So the Scepter auto attack deals 150 damage and applies 3 seconds of torment on an enemy. Or we can target an ally and apply barrier. With the free trait Dark Sentry, we give every ally Rotwallow Venom when we give them barrier, which is 4 seconds of torment. Let's add Leeching Venoms to the mix for 350 damage. So applying barrier deals more damage than attacking an enemy. I see. What's another barrier skill on Scepter? Endless Night from Scepter Pistol deals another 150 damage and applies 6 seconds of torment 7 times. Or we give 3 allies barrier 7 times. If we take the Strength of Shadows trait, Endless Night deals exactly 3 times more damage with the friendly barrier as opposed to hitting a single enemy. So we want lots of condition damage and torment duration. Let's write that down. Are there any other barrier applications? We give allies barrier with Scepter 2, but I think Endless Night is a better way to spend our initiative. Also, the free major trait, Panaku's Ambition, gives allies barrier when we stealth them, so get stealth skills if we can. Our profession mechanic, Siphon, gives a good amount of barrier. Sadly, the trickery boons don't work if we target an ally. If we leave Shadow Shroud and Overheal, Consume Shadows will give a lot of barrier. This means a lot of vitality to overheal and healing power to strengthen our barriers. So we want a set with condition damage, expertise, vitality and healing power. Or do we? Our barriers are around 20% stronger if we fully commit to healing power. Maybe 25%. We dish out a lot of barrier and it can only get so high. Especially Consume Shadows gives a lot. Also, this is a DPS build, not some silly heal build. We only use Torment, so why go for expertise? Superior Rune of Tormenting and Superior Sigils of Demons gives a total of 70% torment duration. We get 150 expertise from Trickery. That leaves 300 expertise for food and the Strength of Shadows trait we chose earlier. High condition damage with vitality? Well, that means Carrion. With this we have a maximum condition damage from gear and our vitality is almost 2000. Converting that to expertise is give or take 250. We can take any 100 condition damage and 70 expertise food to complete the picture. I personally suggest mint pear, cured meat flatbread. This gives 10% extra healing to strengthen our barriers. Now to fill in the missing spots. The second sigil is bursting for damage. For shadow art 1-1, more healing and lifesteal. Scepter's sneak attack does not apply barriers. Let's not use it. Stealth is only to give others barrier. Trickery 1-3-1. The boons don't work and we're not attacking anyone. Nor are we using any tricks. Quick Pockets activates from Shadow Shroud, so no silly weapon swapping is necessary. Lastly, in Spectre, we take Larcenous Torment. This gives us a way to get Shadow Shroud as well as make our damage better. I'm a chump and didn't prepare a Toxic Focusing Crystal, some Torment Runes and a Demon Sigil, so let's calculate how much damage applying a barrier once in theory does. 12 seconds of Torment with 1745 condition damage and 350 lifesteal, with Sigil of Bursting and Larcenous Torment added, is 1918 versus moving and 32.5 versus stationary. Not bad. Now let's assume someone is giving us Might. That's 12 seconds of Torment with almost 2500 condition damage and 350 lifesteal, with Sigil of Bursting and Larcenous Torment added, which is almost 2600 versus moving and almost 3900 versus stationary. Wow, almost 4000 per barrier. But wait, there's more! The lifesteal damage and healing depends on the person using the venom. This means that the lifesteal deals 350 plus a third of the ally's power. On a souped up power spec with full berserkers in mind, that can add up to some pretty big numbers. There's also lead attacks for 15% damage increase on Torment. So it would be safer to say that one barrier damage does 5000 damage. Now how would we go about it? We use Scepter 3 as often as possible on 3 people. It's a bit clunky to use though. We go into Shadow Shroud and directly out of it for the most regular healing and barriers possible. Scepter auto attack on the person in the front in the downtime. For utilities we have Skill Venom since we have max Torment duration, Blinding Powder for near instant stealth barrier, an Interrupt Well for CC and also to possibly trigger the Interrupt Torments, and Basilisk Venom on the Elite, more CC and a Venom. Probably stronger than a Well since we want to stay at the end of the queue and not teleport on the enemy. Heal Well is a nice tool to teleport to the back of the line to use Endless Night, if so necessary. Although Siphon tethers you to an ally for massive buffs, Shadow Shroud is only useful in this build to give mass barrier. Healing the tethered ally is not better than the massive bulk heal and also damage. Also, running through the auto attack is better than to use Siphon. Probably. I don't know, I only came up with the silly concept. Downfalls. The teleport is wonky as heck. Although you provide lots of barrier and quickness, you don't get any. It requires at least 3 allies to stay in a line. The 5th player of the party or subgroup is a bit out of luck, only receiving some Venoms, Stealth Barrier and a Shadow Shroud Barrier. If a slow ally, aka dumb Ranger Pet, gets the barrier, it might not get the full value. Luckily, Ranger Pets are ignored if there are 3 players in the beam. This will probably be nerfed. I think the 1 second cooldown on the trait was something they worked with, but honestly that would make the Condition Specter not fun. Better tweak the Torment duration a bit.